Hey boys, let me know if you're here. Let me know. Let me know. Okay, give me a second. Sorry, brief second, boys. Okay, boys. Okay, now 1 second. Yeah. Okay, boys, we're back. Just a little mishap. You know what I mean? Mishap. But boys, let's get straight into this reaction. It's only like a minute long. Not bad at all, right?
Are you going to use the federal resources to slow and or end the epidemic of gun violence in America?
Yeah, thank you for that question. For me, it's a very tough question. And I lost my father to gun violence. I
Yeah.
lost my uncle to gun violence, and many friends. And so I'm aware and sensitive to to the injury that can cause to generational injury that occurs
Yeah.
from guns. We have a gun problem in this country. We have a Supreme Court now that has given a very expansive view of the Second Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in the Constitution, including the Second Amendment. And practically, I do not believe that there is within that Second Amendment that there's anything that we can meaningfully do to reduce the trade and the ownership of guns. And I'm not going to take people's guns away. And because telling the people that I'm going to take their guns away is not practical. It's not anybody who tells you that they're going to be able to reduce gun violence through gun control at this point, I don't think is being realistic. And I think we have to figure out other ways to do that. I think we have to figure out other ways to reduce that violence.
Yeah, I like that is a good response, but I mean, he did say in one article that he would. Okay. Ooh, thought my power went out, boys. It did not. My battery just died in my thing. Oh, it's dead. Okay. Um, let's turn this light back on. Okay, boys. Now he's saying he would not say that he's gonna take the guns away, right? I mean, that's really important because what good smart politician do? It's not that he wouldn't tell us, "Hey, you're not gonna have guns. They're not gonna be here, and we're gonna take them. Give me them guns, baby." They would not say that. This is exciting to see. Now, as exciting it is to see that he's on more ballots, we really gotta. He is saying that, hey, I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna take the guns away, and I don't really want to take guns away, right? Now I have to find the right website because I had it all bookmarked, boys. I was ready for this. I should have brought it up, but I didn't. Um, check out this one. Okay, we got one right here, boys. We find one more, and then we'll have it all. Be ready. Alright, the gun zone. Check this one out. What does RFK stand for? Support stricter control laws, including background checks and a ban on assault weapons. Now, let's look real quick, boys. Okay, let's look at this. All right. So, okay, okay. Let's define assault weapon. Any various automatic or semi-automatic firearms. Automatic weapon now. That's it. Okay, but that's okay. If it defines as also semi-automatic, and if RFK wants to ban semi-automatic weapons, that's gonna be a real issue. I want him to talk more about the kind of weapons he wants to control, right? Because that's the main issue here. Is yes, let's stop the violence, 100%. Let's do that, but it's not by taking guns away from the good folk out there, right? It's not about that. It's about setting up the civilians right so they can protect themselves and put the guns in the right hands, right people, right? And protecting our rights as Americans. And if they take the guns away, our free speech is going away also at the same time. If you notice that free speech is not existent as it used to be, right? One side controls it all. Both of them are working to control the narrative, both parties and all companies, right? To them, we don't matter one bit. Okay, and assault weapons, no, they are not. Okay, an assault weapon TF is defined as a firearm with set of features, including detachable. A pistol grip? You can't even have that? A folding or a telescope stock or so. Okay, so you can't have a pistol grip or a folding or telescoping stock. That is insane. So you want to let the military have all the guns, but us citizens can't protect ourselves and give us the highest chance of survival? This is insane. Now I might be going too crazy, right? Too crazy. But this is important, bro. Okay, there's a big difference between handgun and right. Okay, so we know what an assault weapon is. Most time it's an automatic gun. Most likely like AR-15, M16, those types of guns, right? I don't know the most about guns, but like, automatic. AR-15 can go is a semi-automatic and go full auto, right? Now, that's the problem, right? If they ban AR-15s, one of the most beautiful guns I could ever look at. I get excited just looking at an AR-15. Maybe it's weird, but it's just a solid gun. It's really beautiful, majestic. I'm telling you, it's majestic. See, this AR-15 is somewhat of an assault weapon, but it's not a true one where it goes fully automatic, right? It's illegal to have that, a fully automatic weapon. It is illegal, I believe. But it's legal to have a semi-automatic in some states, right? Well, the thing is who holds the thing in their hands? I think that defines it as, dangerous. Okay, does RFK advocate for? He advocates for background checks, banning assault weapons. I don't know. See, I can get with where he says yes, he believes the right bear arms and also advocates for responsible gun ownership. But it's kind of crazy to trust in the government of who's safe, with their whole thing going on, Banning assault weapons. I like the background checks, and the common sense gun control reforms. I don't know that, but I want him to go in full in depth of what he believes, like his stance firmly, instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, I back," because everything else he goes full depth in, right? I like what he does with everything else, but with abortion and he did kind of go in depth about it. I was going autistic for a second when I was listening to him going on about abortion, right? But for gun control, he needs to detail what kind of guns he's looking to take off the market for the civilians. You know what I mean? So we have a more in-depth perspective of what this guy thinks and what he wants to do in office and control the guns, right? Because I believe if he takes away like the ARs, AK-47s, all those types of guns, we are screwed. At that point in time, we are screwed. It will not be good. It'll be horrible, right? Because after they get the guns, they control us easily. They've done it for a long time, right? Because every country have gotten their guns taken away. UK, look what's going on there. People getting stabbed. You know what I mean? People getting stabbed. There's violence. They have no guns. That happened in Texas, You know what would happen, boys, if that happened in Texas, you know what I mean? So, taking away the guns is not the smartest option. No offense. It's not the smartest option. They just want more power. Okay, now I can get with advocate for mental health reforms in relation to gun control. Yes, that's smart. That's good. Maybe. Okay, so if he's gonna crack down on illegal gun trafficking, that is good. You know what I mean? That is awesome. Do that. Now, I just don't know. I don't have that trust in the government to regulate it. If I can even pronounce a word, I don't know if I can trust the government to do something like that. No offense. It's just, it's icky. You know what I mean? It's It's like that meme. Brother. It's like, okay, I don't know, bro. Okay, now this is a good one. He supports federal I can't even speak English. To establish consistent gun control measures across the nation. Now, I don't like that part. I think it should go state from state, right? The federal government put like some kind of regulation in, but it goes from state to state. Put it back more in the state's hands, right? You know what I mean? Because that's the checks and balances, right? We need more of that. We need to make the federal government take a few steps back, right? Give the states some more power. You know what I mean? Because the states are supposed to be able to, rule their own thing, but have the federal government and the big government, taking care of everything else, right? And have less federal government. More government isn't the solution. Okay, he's all about providing public safety, stopping gun violence. I'm telling you, if he bans semi-automatic weapons, then it's not going to be fantastic. It's going to be horrible, right? Because then they'll take everything else. I thought that assault weapons were already illegal, like fully automatic weapons were illegal. But if they're putting it at assault weapons, they're just saying assault weapons, right? That could be semi-automatic weapons, you know? And, you know, hey, bro, can't do that. We gotta fix the safety rules. I like what RFK said in one article where he said, "Hey, we're gonna put more security at the schools. You know, put more funds into that," and I can back that 100%. You know, because if you look at all these other countries that have no guns, they're more lawless than we are. No, I think I'll have to look at the statistics. But if you look at the UK, there's a lot of stabbings and they have no guns. A lot of stabbings, no guns. You know what I mean? Okay. No, he supports common sense gun control measures while respecting the rights of responsible. Okay. Now, I like that. Because I think there's a lot of problems with some people getting guns. They might have some mental illnesses, you know, going on in their head. Maybe some people shouldn't own guns. Yeah, maybe, right? But taking like AR-15s, AKs from good people, good civilians that are trying that like guns and trying to protect their family and their rights as American citizens. He acknowledges the importance of individual rights and freedoms while advocating for measures to prevent gun violence and protect public safety. I agree with that. But I just need to see a video where he goes full in depth, bro. Okay?
Paul Schrade, who was with my father.
Okay, this is why I like it. Here's what I like about what he said about like the shootings and like stuff like that. He said protect him like the airlines, like we do with that. I think that's good. I mean, put more security there, bro. You know, I like that. I like that. Instead of like taking guns away from the citizens. Okay, guns really violence. Anybody who tells you they can. Yeah, bro. No one's giving up their ARs, bro. I don't think they will, bro. So if you take people's ARs, it's not going to be good. Now, I just want to see what kind of measures he takes with, you know, the gun control. Like, how is he going to put it in effect, right? Like, what are the laws that he's going to put in effect? What are the things how is he gonna stop these criminals from gun trafficking? How is he going to put certain laws to check people's mental health before buying a gun and doing background checks, right? These are the things I want to hear a more in-depth kind of perspective from him, right? So how is he gonna do these things like the housing prices? I like what he said about that. The food, about the water turning the frogs gay. Yes, sir. I want to hear more. I want to hear him talk about gun control, like those topics, right? And about the industrial complex, the wars. I want to hear like that on gun control, right? I want him to go full in depth. He needs to get on that debate stage. I think this is really important, boys, because he has to get on the debate stage, right? He has to. Let me put my camera on big time, baby. Then we're going to look at the ballots, right? Really important. I'm sweaty. Look at my eyeballs. That's way too big. Okay, bad joke. Sorry, boys. But let me zoom. Okay, so all the way zoomed out. But we need to get the full picture of his views on gun control. You know, Like, how is he gonna protect the citizens' rights to bear arms and protect the shootings from happening? Stop them, right? I think putting security and ramping that up at the schools, and doing better background checks, making sure people that shouldn't own guns can't, right? And I am down with that 100%. But I just don't want him to take the ARs, the AKs away, right? Or any semi automatic weapon, because that is the first step to Germany. That's the first step to, we live with tyrants. You know what I mean? That's the first step. So, we got to see more of that, boys. Now, looking at these articles, he's not. Okay. I'm sure he isn't. Yeah. Yeah, I think they will, man. Trump, but as long as he doesn't take the assault weapons, like the semi-automatics, I don't think he will, But it's worth looking into, you know what I mean? Let me see, boys. Okay. Now. Okay. Fuck. I forgot to put... Okay, here we go. Nope, wrong thing. I don't think he will take the guns away. You might be right about that, my guy. Hold up, this damn thing. Okay, there we go. Now, I just want to hear more about it, if I'm being honest. Heavy metal, I'm just being honest. I'd like to hear more about it, like the other kind of topics, just to get more of a perspective. And like, hey, I just want to hear more of it, right? For the two parties, it's all about insurance underwriting. True, man. They just want to protect themselves, bro. No doubt about that. Okay. Now, moving on from gun control. I think what he wants to do is fantastic. As long as, I don't think he's going to go after the guns, but you never know, right? I wouldn't trust the guy. But we've had politicians before say all these nice things and do the opposite. But I don't think RFK's like that, I want to have a good feeling about this and be like, yeah, RFK's the man. He's the guy that can do some things, take down the military-industrial complex, actually advocate for peace and stay out of the Middle East, and actually fix the food, right? Because you can tell, like, when I go to grocery stores most of the time, the healthy food is way more expensive than the unhealthy food, right? And all the chemicals in the food. And RFK had the past of attacking these major companies for hurting people, hurting the water. You know what I mean? This guy, bro, he can win this shit. He can be that guy that stands up, bro. We could have another JFK. Hopefully all that other stuff doesn't happen. But, bro, this guy can win. He's... Holy shit. Sorry. I was looking at the stats, bro. Alright, so he's finally got Texas. Boys, this is a big W. I'm talking about this is a huge W. Because the last live streams, when I looked at the ballots, right? We're looking at right now, the sheets, the ballots. He's on my state, South Carolina. He's on North Carolina. Small states, but still good to be on them, right? He's on Florida. Huge W, bro. And, bro, he's got Joe Rogan. Boys, he's got Joe Rogan backing him, man. He's sponsoring. I don't know about sponsoring. But Joe Rogan is backing RFK. And Joe Rogan has a big-ass audience. Biggest podcast in the world. You know what I mean? And you have someone like that backing him? It talks volumes, man. And Joe Rogan's no longer a Democrat. He's not a Republican. Now, for the last couple weeks, I don't know about y'all, I've been having this weird feeling, icky feeling about Trump. Like, everyone starting to like him. Now, I agree with Trump on a lot of things, right? Can't deny that fact. I agree with Trump on a lot of things, right? But the way he talks about the other party and the way he talked about RFK, right? Just the divisiveness. Now, I sound like a liberal when I say that, but no offense to liberals, you know? But it's just like, oh, I'm a Republican, bro. I bleed red. I bleed blood, you know? And then you have Biden or Harris, just true, my brother. But I think to really bring this nation together and come to God, well, hopefully come to God as well, but come together as Americans, because not too many people are proud to be American, and it's weird. Because when I grew up, I mean, I'm only 24. It was like, I'm proud to be American. Maybe our country isn't the best, but I am proud to be an American, right? Like the show, like the song. I am proud to be. I'm not gonna sing. I'm a terrible singer, but I think for the last almost more than 10 years, we split apart, both sides making us hate each other. I think RFK, who comes from both sides of that aisle, bro, he could help us. I'm not saying he's our savior or anything, but I just want a politician who's not corrupt and bought out. Like Theodore Roosevelt, the way the country is right now, it's like in the early 1900s when Theodore Roosevelt was president, right? The railroads were taken over, like, treating the people like shit, right? Excuse the French. They were treating the people like crap. And I watched, like, the documentary, I forgot how he said it completely, but there's, like, these, corn, farmers, right? They were selling corn. Now, they had to give the railroad. Yes, sir. That's what I want, man. You know, no offense. I believe this country was built on Christianity, you know, and I would like a person to lead our country who loves Christ, because I think we need more of that, right? We need more God, because a lot of people, for some reason, dislike Jesus, but to me, that guy's pretty cool, man. He's been there on my lowest, and he's been there at my highest. Christ is always gonna be there, man. He's just gonna be there waiting on you, you know? He's just gonna be hanging out and wanting to lend you a hand. That's the most beautiful thing, bro. But that was a quick side note. But it's like the times of Theodore Roosevelt, where the companies bought out the politicians, and they were controlled by them, like the Rockefellers, I forgot this one dude. He's a really famous dude. Somehow I forgot his name. But the corn farmer would get to railroad or the trains to ship off his corn, right? And the railroads would take about 60% of that. And so Theodore Roosevelt stepped in and said, "Hey, we want to cut down their percentage of the profit that you make." So we would cut down the percentages that the big companies would take, right? And he would help the little people. And I think that's what we need to do as a country right now. Help the little people instead of helping all these big companies, these pharmaceutical companies, and all these other companies, and really help the people and stop forcing shit on us, right? And not being touching us all day long like they're our daddy or uncle, right? But we need less federal governments, less regulation, right? And give the states more the power back. Because we don't need more federal government. That's what got us into this mess, spending billions of damn dollars. And there's fucking homeless people. Sorry for the French. But there's a lot of homeless people. People can't buy damn groceries. And what are they doing? Getting fucking rich when they're not paid shit? Getting extra stock knowledge, bro? And what are we doing here, bro? We're here, bro. They're putting a thumb up their ass and getting rich, bro. and then telling us what to think, you know? And then all these social media people, too. This is what I think is the biggest problem. The media is smearing RFK, right? They're smearing him. They're saying he's a conspiracy theorist. Well, my boy Alex was right about damn near everything, right? Jones, that guy, really bad on one part, right? But everything else, bro, he was spot on. So I don't fucking think being called a conspiracy theorist is that bad, bro. I mean, sometimes if you like, hey, I don't think if you have sex with a goat, or not a goat, with a dog, it's gonna wind up good. That's kind of bad, probably a really bad analogy or whatever it's called. But all these media platforms pushing him under, saying he can't be on the debate stage. They're afraid, bro. They are scared. They are petrified of this guy because he can speak to the people, man. He's the underdog. And they just want to control this and win a good election. You know what I mean? Like the last election was definitely not. Yeah, definitely not rigged. Definitely not. You know? I mean, but this guy, RFK, bro, he might actually. He's going to be on all the ballots. Let's look at this, boys. This is exciting as hell, bro. I'm thrilled, man. He's got Minnesota, Michigan, Indianapolis, North Carolina, South Carolina. Shout out my incest brothers. No, I'm joking. Florida. Now, let's look at Florida, boys, because this is really important. 30 electoral votes, right? He's got, if he wins Florida, that's how Bush won the election in 2000, right? Now, if he can win Florida, 30 votes, right? Now, if he can somehow win this one, it's a red state. Trump has a big chance in hockey sticks, you know, of winning this fucking race in Florida. People in Florida must love, let me know, guys, where you from? And let me know if you're voting for RFK, in the comments. But he's got to win Florida. This is one of the biggest states he has to win, right? Now, South Carolina, 9 electoral college votes. I hope he wins the states, but yes, sir. Thank you, brother. You know, I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. All the lovely comments. Honestly, it was weird. Not saying I have a close relationship with God. I hope I do. But I had this one day where it's like, just this voice. I had the feeling that I wanted to vote for this guy, right? Not saying I have like a connection, like I talk to God and he talks to me back. No, I just had that voice, a voice in my head saying, oh, you should probably stream RFK, man. I was like, okay. But I appreciate it, Jessica, man. Hopefully this stuff helps you guys in any way. I just wanted to follow this guy's journey, RFK's, and go all the way to election year, watch the whole thing play out. And, you know, because I feel like RFK, man, he's the guy. Ever since, like, for the past 10 years, I was like, I'm not a Republican or Democrat. I may lean Republican, right? Like, close to the line Republican. Like, you know, God, gun rights, free speech. Thank you, Jessica. I had the same feeling. I'm having mic trouble though. What kind of mic you got, man? I might can help you out. But yeah, Jessica, I think he's the guy, man, because most of the time, like, no offense, Obama said, "Oh, we're bringing fucking hope into office, bro." The hope died when he got into office. It was gone. But I feel like this guy. Now, I was worried about the gun control aspect because it was kind of like, I don't want to step on their toes, you know. I don't want to say, hey, I'm taking the guns away. But I want to respect their liberties. Now, I just wanted to know more information about that. Because I feel like if someone takes the guns away, we're like any other country. And I believe, guys, the United States isn't any other country, bro. It isn't the same. We were built different. No offense. God bless everyone else. But I just feel like the United States was supposed to be the greatest country on earth. And that comes from the Bill of Rights as American citizens. Okay, and it's my placement. I gotta get my studio straightened out, and a compression issue. Okay. You can join my Discord. I'm trying to promote, but you can join my Discord, and I can help you out one of these days, or it's on the main channel, Teddy Johnson. But yeah, hold up. But yeah, man, heavy metal. I'll help you out if I can in any way, my guy. Give me 1 second. But yeah, definitely, I think he's the guy, man. Because if we look at every other politician, they've lied. They said, "Oh, I'm not gonna do this," and they do the exact opposite. And these last 4 years, it's not been a cherry pick, man. It's been awful, right? Inflation up, can't afford gas. People are struggling. Rent is higher than ever. Oh, my bad. Didn't mean to play that. Oh. All good, bro. But guys, if you want to join the Discord, it's right there. Yeah. Okay. Now let's see. Let's see RFK's path to winning, right? His path to become the president of the United States, right? He has to win Texas. That's a big must. He has to win a lot of the states in the South, and especially the North. Now, that seems like, yeah, of course he has to win those states. But here are the big states he has to win, right? First one, Texas. 40 electoral college votes, right? 40 of them. That's a big number. That's a president decider, as I would say. That's who's going to be president. If he wins this one, if he wins Florida, 30 electoral college votes for Florida here. Now, California, 54. Now, I believe RFK has to win. But as you guys know, as you guys are intelligent, don't want to glaze you up, but you guys are smart. The media is pushing him out of the race due to his views, what he wants to do, and his heritage, right? He's going against the grain. He's going against these people who are controlling us, who have their fingertips in us, and are money hungry, and they want war, right? Same as the time in the 1960s, as you guys know. It's about time we get a person in like this, bro. It's about time we have someone who is going against a war machine and trying to stop it and saying, hey, we want peace. Our Americans do not want to die in another lands. We want to build our country up instead of sending billions of dollars to these people we don't even know. God bless them. Wish them the best. But right now, bro, America should be the first to get fixed, right? Other countries are suffering, but we are too. It's kind of like life. If you have stuff that you are hurting inside, right? You gotta work through that, right? I like to look at America as a person, right? Maybe like from a trailer. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a redneck or a hick. But as a person who's done some messed up things, but always believes it can do better and continue to be better, right? That's how I view America. We've done some messed up shit, but we can be better. We can fix things. We can help people, right? All through with the grace of God. I have to say that, man. I don't know how to wake Trump people up. Yeah, that's a tough thing, bro, because you know Trump people, um they feel like Trump is the only guy that can do the job, right? And he survived the assassination, right? So, I think I used to be a Trump guy as well. But then after some stuff happened in January a certain time ago, you know what I mean? I was like, not that because I hated anyone on either side, but I just lost faith in my own government. I was like, neither side is gonna help us out. But bro, it's kind of tough to wake up Trump people because they are so in love with Trump. I think they view him as their only hope to save the country, right? Because all the other Republicans, let's be honest here, they're not good. I mean, there are some good few ones, right? But not all Republicans will push like Trump will, right? People ride or die with Trump because he shows up for them, right? He doesn't talk down to them, but he somewhat agrees with them, of course, and actually seems like he wants to help those people out. So I think it will be. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. That is crazy, bro. No offense to those people, but that is insane. You can't, no, bro. No, 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 no. You can't call. Sorry, shouldn't be laughing. Sorry, but you can't. That is wild to call Trump your Lord and Savior. No, sir. I love RFK, but he's not my Lord. No offense. Not that I'm better than those people, but that is insane, bro. Boys, that's kind of like looking at Kim Jong and saying he's my daddy. You know what I mean? It's kind of wild. I think a different scenario, but you know, it's wild. Okay. But it is crazy, boys, because the last couple weeks I looked at the ballots, right? I looked at these, you know, for the live streams, and okay, this is gonna be good. But boys, confirmed in Texas, confirmed in Florida, Oklahoma, you know, Colorado, Nevada, and all these other states, right? And the orange is, you know, like claimed. He's not confirmed and hasn't got all the signatures, right? Now I don't want to bring us down, right? I want to keep the hype going. And some of these news reporters, you know, lump of dog turds, you know what I mean? I don't know if we can trust these fellas. Because you know the lies these people spread just to push their narrative, right? Can't really trust them. I'm not as smart as a bulb in the, you know, box. But, you know, we can't trust these guys. Because they are saying that Trump has like 48%. Okay, hold up. We're just gonna look it up because my memory with that is awful. Sorry about that. But I think Trump is like 48% and Kamala Harris around 45. Okay. Biden, Trump. Okay. Okay. Now this doesn't look good, right? This looks awful. But don't want to bring us down because that would be sad. But okay. Let's look at this. Kennedy's at 8%. Now for some reason, September is at 20%. I don't know what they're doing, bro. They're dropping him down all the way to 8%. And yeah, Trump 42. Now this is an old one. Biden's in. But we need the updated one. It says Kennedy 8.7, Biden 38%, Trump 42. Now, they gotta get on a debate stage, bro. I think if not Biden, he's out. If Trump and RFK, yeah, it's hard to believe those numbers, and it's by the hill. Not a trustable source, right? Not a trustable source. But this is what they're pushing, right? They don't want you to believe RFK can win. As you guys know, you guys are smart. But to me, the way I see it, this is me, that they don't want us to think he can win, right? They'll be like, it's just a wasted vote. It's not. It's not a wasted vote. When all of us come together, we can vote him in. Because I can't do it myself. I can't get RFK in office myself. You know what I mean? I'm just one man. One YouTuber. I can't get this guy in, bro. It's all of us who love this guy, not in a weird way, but want this guy in. Because I loved what he said, bro. When he said, don't vote for me because I'm a Democrat. Vote for me because of what I believe in. That's what we've been missing from damn politics, bro. Everybody's like, vote for me because I'm Republican and the other guys are weird. All these other people are playing these damn games, bro. Playing us like fools. But it feels like RFK's just talking to us as people. And we don't get that anymore. We don't. And it's a sad day to see the American people get treated like idiots. Treated like dummies. But lost topic almost. The debate. Harris ran away from the debate. This is the most childish election I've ever seen. No offense. Most childish thing I've ever seen. We need to see who's gonna run our country. I'm just tired of this. I'm not gonna do the debates. No, you have to do the debates. You're running for president. We have to know what you're thinking. Or this is what they planned this whole time. Don't want to sound insane, but can't run from it, bro. We gotta know what you're thinking. Or else this is gonna be damn terrifying next 10 years. If we even last that long, right? We last another 10 years. Not trying to scare you, but I think this election is that big, right? This election is terrifying. Because we either have Trump or Harris, and then we have RFK. And I know this guy can win. I know I can win. But we have Harris, who just laughs all the time. Why are you laughing? You're president, bro. You're a vice president. You shouldn't be laughing. Talk about the issues at hand, bro. Get to the point, Don't just be laughing on stage. We need someone to say, hey, we're here. We're getting some action in. We're changing some things. That's what Americans want to hear. They don't want to hear you laughing on stage and having like all these things going on. We want to hear change and what action is being taken place, right? What are we doing to prevent things? What are we doing to stop things? What are we doing to push things forward that's going to help us? We don't have common courtesy anymore in politics. We don't have honest, good politicians. We have people in there creating a swamp. We have people in there selling out our country, moving businesses out of our country. 30 years ago, we had about 1,000 businesses here. Look at Detroit. They sold off their companies, their plants, and that place is devastated. That place is not that great. No offense, not calling people in Detroit bad, but the people that took up the businesses and pushed them away to other countries screwed us up. Because I remember when it was like made in America. This thing was made in America, bro. It's American made. It was like, okay, we're proud of this thing because our people made it, Something to be like, yeah, let's go, dude. No offense to other countries, but it's like, we made this. Instead of now, where we push, child labor out there. We push Americans to do their thing. I was joking about the child labor. My bad. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. But to round it back off, we gotta have the debates, man. We have to have RFK on a debate stage where he can. I think the way to pull Trump supporters to RFK is to have them talk it out. I think that's the number one way to get more eyes on RFK. Because if that can't happen, it's gonna be tough to get more voters to swing that way, right? Because if they don't see RFK, because Fox News is gonna, I don't know if they'll have him. They've been having him on a lot and giving him the eye, and that's really awesome. But also, they have to have a debate. Because doing this to a person that can win, that will win, if people see him more, is fucked up. These people should be able to see him. They should have the right to see this guy in the debate instead of pushing him to the side. That's all I'm saying. Because I think he's the guy I'm gonna vote for. RFK all the way, boys. I'm fully in. Because I know these polls are BS, bro. I mean, look at this. 8%, 11%. Bro is pushing on social media. There's no way he's at 9%, bro. And it's by the hill. Boys, it's by the hill. And ladies. But it's total BS. And look at, bro, it's beautiful to see the improvements. It's just magical. Look at that. It's just amazing to see that he's on this. He's confirmed on so many states. Not confirmed. He's claimed so many states. He's almost at them all. I bet within a month, boys, he's gonna be on all the states. Right? He's gonna be on them all. Let's go. Boys, he's on Texas. Now that was a tough battle, I bet, bro. This guy was been pushing it hard. Don't forget, this guy had to pay for his own security. He had to pay for his own security and millions of other dollars to get into these signatures, man. To be able to get on these states. Millions of dollars. This guy, bro, he is suffering to be at the best. He's suffering to become a leader, right? There's no other way to become a leader else than to suffer. And this guy's doing it, bro. Yeah. Bro, we have to have the debates. These people need to see this guy. Why wouldn't people vote for this guy? Not that they're dumb or anything, but this guy just seems honest. His lineage seems like it's legit. His lineage, his father, his uncle fought for the rights of the people and they fought against war. What is bad about not going to war? I mean, yeah, you get money from war, okay. But the thing is, we can probably find a way to make money else than that, right? Let's find other ways to make money else than that kind of way. You know what I mean? I love the FBI. I just had to say that. I love the CIA. I'm joking. I'm not joking. I love the FBI. Just had to clarify that so, you know. Don't fall asleep. Pillow on my head. That's just simply amazing that he definitely has to get on California. California. Come on, let's go California. Confirm, dude. Confirm. But, oh yeah, Pennsylvania. Now, I remember watching the election of Trump. Not gonna lie, I was happy when Trump won in 2016. Because it was like the better of two evils, right? I do feel like Trump has gotten a lot more hate than he should. That's just my opinion. I don't think we should treat people like this, right? Who's running for president of the United States. We should respect one another. Go after, like RFK does, go after their beliefs. Not hard, but go instead of going after the person and pretty much treating them non-human, you know? I don't think we should treat people like human beings. I think we came that far to get to this point, right? To treat one another like human beings and actually debate and stop doing this two-party war, bro. Oh, bro, that'd be crazy if there's a tie between Trump and RFK, bro. You're right. Heavy metal, bro. That would be insane, dude. If there was a tie, not gonna lie, that would be sick. But I'd hope RFK wins if he truly would do all the things he says, right? Now, I do believe RFK, but also it's like I want this guy to win. I just hope he is who he says he is, right? I think he is, but you know, gotta keep on investigating. But yeah, that would be crazy for a tie, bro. That'd be insane. That'd be one of the best elections, not gonna lie. I hope it's not like the last one where it's all these crazy events, you know? I hope it's a little peaceful, you know, bro? I hope it's a little peaceful. I just, you know, we should also go against, like, censorship and have more free speech. Now, free speech doesn't mean attack the person, you know, throw stones at them if they don't agree with us, right? And, like, cut all ties with the people, unless they do, like, something really, really bad, like the island people, you know what I mean? That worship owls and shit. Excuse the French, sorry. But I think we need, I like what he says on free speech and actually protecting that too. Which I believe if we didn't have free speech, we'd be a fallen nation. We'd be like the rest of them. All tyrants and no power for the people, because that's America, man. The people are the power. It's not the government. It's not the federal government, bro. It's us as Americans. You know what I mean? It's us. That's what America stands for. It stands for the people. Now, I'm American. This is what I've always thought. I was like, I love America. I'm proud to be American, bro. I am proud to be American. Yes, we had done a lot of messed up things. But I love the people of America, and I don't like the government. Because I believe as Americans, we've always had this thing against tyrants and big government. You know what I mean? I love America, but government's wrong in a lot of ways. But we gotta wait and see to see if he gets on California, all these other states, and I think he will. I know he will, bro. But I think we're gonna wrap this up, man. Bow on top. With a little RFK reaction, boys. Kind of put things in perspective. End it on a good night. Good night, you know. But oh yeah, let's just react to the Joe Rogan part, because boys, this is big news, man. Oh yeah, we gotta record. Oh yeah, here we go. My bad. He's gonna talk about the ballots. I completely forgot about this part. Sorry, boys. And I hate to be this YouTuber. I think it's kind of weird and a little on the rainbow side of things. Please like the videos and the live streams. Thank you guys. You've been doing it so far. I really appreciate it. I hope the content, you know, you like it and it at least helps in any way. That's what I'm hoping for on this channel. That we go on this journey, we investigate, think on our own, most importantly, not by government, not by other things. And I do want to give all glory to God in that too. Not want to push that, but I do want to sprinkle that in a little bit. But hope you guys enjoy the content, man. Don't want to yap on too long. We got a video to react to and a few more. Let me pull this thing up. 1 second. Let me get out of this. Okay, not that one. Okay, wait, do that. Okay, here we go, boys.
Still trying to shaft you with ballot access.
Yeah, we finished the trial today. We had a 1-week trial in Albany. The DNC is trying to get me off the ballot in New York State and then all the other states. So they're essentially suing me in every state. In order to get on the ballot in this state, they made so many signatures. You need to get 47,000 signatures in 45 days. They tried to make it insurmountable. We got 150,000 signatures. We got 1 million signatures nationally, and we're now on the ballot on all. We have enough signatures now to get on the ballot in every state. Something everybody said we couldn't do. There's 1 million Americans who want to vote, who want to see my name on the ballot. The DNC strategy is to make sure that they will not see me on the ballot. My father and uncle, when they were running the Democratic Party, their big objective was to make sure that every American could vote. And today, the DNC is about making sure that people don't have that opportunity.
Okay, so pretty much, yeah, they are pushing him out. Okay, boys, we got some videos lined up to react to. Let's see what they're saying on Twitter, bro. 65,000 quotes. Okay, amazing. Awesome, boys. Awesome. I don't care if you don't like Trump. Go in that poll booth and hold your nose and vote for him. Okay, get away from that. Trump joins his supporters in attacking Joe Rogan for saying he's an RFK Jr. fan. You tell me if this is something Rogan deserves to be sued for, as Trump apparently does. Right and the left gaslight you, they manipulate you. The only one who's not doing that is RFK. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am a fan. He's the only one that makes sense to me. He's the only one that doesn't attack people. He attacks actions and ideas, but he's very reasonable and intelligent. Trump is only going to go further to annihilate whatever independents who make up 45 to 50% of voters by attacking Rogan just because he's not voting Trump. Yeah, bro, that's messed up, bro. Like, honestly, Trump shouldn't. He should invite him. Okay, if Trump is this confident, bro, in himself, invite RFK to the debates. Say, hey, bro, I'm gonna debate you, right? Come on the stage. Instead of just talking, this is not how men do things. Do we really want these people controlling our country? Probably not. You guys are smart. But, I don't. I'm tired of this thing. Usually, how I grew up, you talk to someone on a personal level, you take them to the side and say, hey, blah, 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 bro. Blah, blah, blah. You take it to the side with him instead of coming at him like this. You talk to him one-on-one, or you do it by debate because you're becoming president. Use your head. Not that Trump is dumb or anything, but goodness. This is not going to solve anything, bro. Okay, I like this, what RFK is saying. It says, politicians use fear and tribalism to control their voters. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dadgum, that is a true fact, bro. You make this comic book. They're easy to manipulate. We faced that for the past couple years, bro. And probably before that. They've been manipulating us. Attacking us on all sides, all fronts. See, what they fear is, of course you guys know, us coming together. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter where you're from. We're Americans. We're Americans. They just want to diversify and make us think we're all so different. I don't think we are. We're quite similar. You know what I mean? Okay, fear and tribalism are the primary mechanisms for manipulating large populations. Yes, 100%. That's how all tyrants done it. It's not accidental because the blank spent hundreds of billions of dollars studying how to manipulate individuals and populations. Wow, bro, I'm kind of scared for my boy RFK, man. I'm kind of scared for him, bro. This guy. Ah, bro, he's laying it all out on the line, bro. That's why they're afraid, man. They are afraid, pissing in their pants. They are shaking. They say Trump is the next H. They say Harris is the next Stalin. They would say that if the other is elected, it will be the last election. They would say the economy is going to fall if they're not elected. It's all nonsense. Do not fall for this. Control what you can control and vote with your heart in November, boys. An excellent message from In Tribalism and Politics, boys. You guys want to check out some more of these tweets? I'm going to link them right here in the comments. Or you guys can go to it, but here's a quicker way. Then, boys, hold up. I'm going to also... You guys want to know more about the gun rights and stuff like that? Here's a short little... websites. You want the ballots. Now, I don't know how intelligent this one is, but there's one right there, boys. There's the ballot access if you guys want to look at it. And here's another one. Whoa, nope. Okay, but we got some videos to react to. More with Joe Rogan, and you know what's going on with him, bro, and him endorsing RFK Jr. And boys, this full video will be up later, but yeah, whatever. Let's get into the reactions.
Could you imagine a primary, like a debate between Biden and RFK? Let RFK go.
Yeah.
Let him go on TV. Imagine RFK telling the truth
no
about
problem.
certain
No
issues.
problem.
RFK explaining how these systems work. RFK saying things
Hopefully that helps, Heavy Metal, bro. Hopefully that helps, my guy.
where people accuse him. People have accused you of this. What is your answer? Let him say that on national television, and people go, "Oh, wait a minute. What is he saying? What's going on here?" And then, like, I like that guy better, and he's a Kennedy,
Right.
And he's a Democrat, lifelong Democrat, and he's like a reasonable sort of centrist character. Hold on, that's our guy. That's
Yes,
our
sir.
guy, and people
Yes,
would
sir.
vote for him, and they didn't want it.
Of course they would. And the fact that they're not begging him to run as a Democrat
I know.
is proof that they would rather lose to Trump.
Well, there's enough boomers that think he's a loon that it becomes a problem. Like, you'd have
Yeah,
to,
I think that's the problem, right? He's got to get more on the boomers. He's got to get more boomers locked in onto him, right? He's got to get them, the boomers. He has to pull them in. That's going to be tough, but I think he can do it because he's won with the young voters, but with, you know, the boomers and stuff like that. I think a lot of them do like him. Met a couple of them, wonderful people. And a lot of young folk like him. And a lot of ladies too. Got a lot of comments from the women. You know, it's crazy. But that doesn't matter. But I think, yeah, Joe Rogan's right. I'm gonna shut up and let him keep on talking.
re-educate people, but that's where the debate would come into play. At least some reasonable people on the fence, and definitely some never-Trumpers. The never-Trumpers would go in that direction. They would go, look, this guy can win a debate against Trump.
He could.
Whereas I don't think Joe Biden's even capable of having a debate at this point.
True.
I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and I'm
All
Robert.
right, boys. That is true. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But that is true. Okay. Now, we're about to react to how he sees the State of the Union, the State of the United States, right? Of course, as the title says. So It's only 9 minutes long. We're going to react to half of this, but boys, I'm going to link this in the comments too. It'll all be there. If you want to watch it on your own time, we're going to watch most of it, but if you guys want to check it out, check it out. Then we got this video to watch after. Alright, let's get to it, boys.
And then you have the podcast bro.
Oh, okay. I'm going to stop being...
Running as an independent candidate for President of the United States. I grew up in an America that seemed to have achieved its promise as an exemplary nation. Modern democracy had spread from one nation, ours, in 1776 to 6 by 1865 and to 190 by the 1960s. We had become the city on the hill. We were a moral authority around the globe. Our government, institutions, our Congress, the court, the regulatory agencies, and even the American press were renowned for their integrity, and they were revered worldwide. Other nations wanted our American leadership. They knew the difference between leadership and bullying, which is something our current leaders seem to have forgotten. We were the template of liberty, proof that for a country to thrive, its people must...
I mean, even after we bombed Japan twice, we helped them. Not saying it was right, you know what I mean? But we bombed them, and then we also helped them build up from the ground up. I don't think we'd do that right now as a nation. We'd have other reasons to do so if we were doing that. You know?
Be free. Free to speak, free to worship, free to build great companies, free to start small businesses. We were the freest country in the world, and by no coincidence, also the most prosperous. Working Americans could provide for their families on a single salary. They could buy a home, raise a family, save for retirement without mountains of debt. We made the best music, we made the best movies, we made gold standard automobiles that everybody in the world wanted. We made blue jeans. We reconstructed Europe.
You know
We
what
put
kind
men on
of...
the
Sorry
moon.
to pause it. You know what kind of blue jeans I want, boys? Even though I ate ice cream today and all, who cares? Right, I want to get yoked and shredded. You know, completely different subject. But I like to get those Chuck Norris jeans, bro. Those Chuck Norris jeans where you can do the splits. That'd be so sick, man. You won't hurt your crotch or anything like that. That would be nice. Okay, weird side note. But yeah, I'd like to have a pair of those.
We're the world's healthiest, best educated children. Our productivity, ingenuity, our can-do spirit were the envy of the world. We had confidence in our strength, our capacity, and the limitless potential of our country. Yeah, we had serious racial and environmental problems, but in the heady days of my youth, the environmental movement and the civil rights movement were picking up steam. My father and some of his allies were fighting to eliminate the last pockets of hunger in Appalachia and the Mississippi Delta and on the Indian reservations. And we became for the first time a true constitutional democracy in this country with all races voting and holding political office. Other countries aspired to be like us, and our children grew up proud of their passport, proud of their flag. My uncle, President Kennedy, left us a legacy of peace and the hope of ending the arms race and winding down the Cold War. Those were the traditions of freedom, prosperity, and peace that my father, my uncle, and Martin Luther King Jr. were striving to protect and advance. In the half-century since their deaths, we've lost touch with that vision for our country. And I want to tell you right now that we can still restore that America, the America that almost was, and yet may be. But we have to start by being honest with ourselves. Neither my uncle nor my father would recognize the version of America that we have today. We become a nation of chronic illness, of violence, of loneliness, depression, and division, and poverty. Our great cities are becoming tent encampments, modern-day Hoovervilles filled with undocumented immigrants and dispossessed Americans and people living in their cars, plagued by mental illness and addiction and despair. Our border has come under the control of criminal drug cartels that traffic in desolation and fentanyl, and in busloads of desperate human beings. Our children are drowning in a crisis of alienation, of dispossession, and complete disconnection from their communities. We've lost far more of our young people to drugs in the last decade than in the 20-year Vietnam War. We've printed 9 centuries worth of money in a little over a decade and spent $8 trillion on regime change wars. Those wars have made America less safe, our country less strong, and the world far less stable, while sending prices through the roof as our infrastructure falls apart. Tens of millions of young Americans no longer even dream of owning their own home. What happened to America, the land of opportunity, where you could be sure that if you worked hard and played by the rules, that you would have a decent life? All the new wealth of the last generation has gone to the billionaires and to transnational corporations, while our tattered middle class, our infrastructure, our industry have been hollowed out from the inside. Instead of promise, we've left our kids sick and drowning in debt. The public debt has gone from about $5 trillion under President George W. Bush to $34 trillion today, and U.S. household debt is at a record high of $17.3 trillion. If you include discouraged workers, our true unemployment rate is 23%. Young parents face housing, grocery, and childcare costs that are unaffordable. Too many Americans are living bleak and hopeless lives, dreading the one medical emergency or the car repair that will tip them over the edge into homelessness. We rank 40th globally in our people's health and wellness. Out of the richest countries in the world, the United States is 35th in child poverty rates, just above Mexico. Crazy. We rank 36th in literacy and 45th in press freedom.
Oh, that is bad. That is bad. Now, I didn't think I was that intelligent. You know, I'm a okay intelligent person. You know, that's crazy. We gotta fix our school systems, but 100%, we gotta fix them. Take out the agendas on either side. You know, and just teach them. Give them the best footing, you know, possible, and set them up for success, you know.
We have one of the highest cancer rates in the world, and our life expectancy now ranks 59th according to the World Bank. That's right behind Algeria, which spends less than 1/30th per capita of what we spend. But even these grim figures hide the full picture of our dire health crisis. We now have the worst health outcomes in the rich world, the highest maternal mortality rates, the highest number of gun deaths per capita, and the highest number of teen pregnancies. We lead the world in obesity and chronic disease.
Go. Oh my goodness. We lead the world in obesity. That is sad. That is sad. That is not good. We gotta fix that, dude. We can't do anything if we lead the world in obesity. Goodness. I mean, I have no room to talk. I mean, I can get shredded, but we need to fix some things.
According to CDC, 60% of Americans have at least one chronic condition. When my uncle was president, only 6% of Americans had chronic disease. And all of these plights fall heaviest on our young people. 4 in 10 of them suffer depression, and half of them have considered suicide. 1 in 10 has anxiety, 1 in 10 has ADHD, 1 in 5 is obese. It's time for us to say enough is enough. We were once a free and thriving nation, the healthiest and strongest in the world. What we once were, we can be again. How do I know that? It's because everywhere I go in this country, I see a profound determination among Americans to heal.
Yes, sir.
We might have become the sickest country on earth, but we also have the most ingenious healers, both inside and outside conventional medicine. We may have sky-high levels of depression and addiction, but we also have innovators who have opened up new frontiers in recovery. We have some of the world's most depleted agricultural soils, but also some of the world's most innovative and energetic regenerative farmers. We have serious economic problems, but we also have the brightest and most ambitious entrepreneurs. We face hunger and homelessness, and yet we meet it with the highest philanthropic rates in the world and bottomless kindness and compassion. We may be on the mat today, but we can be on our feet and happy and healthy and strong again.
See, you don't even hear Trump pushing that. I mean, that's a really important message to push an agenda to bring into office. America needs to be healthy. I need to be healthy, but, you know, this is why this man needs to be in office. He speaks on these things that help Americans, not the government. All these other politicians are talking about, hey, we can help the governments, right? But what about you and me? You watching right now. What's happening with you? You know what I mean? They're not pointing at you saying, hey, these are some things I'm going to fix for you. All these other people, yeah, they may talk about some things, what they're going to do for you, but no one else except RFK is talking about, hey, what are we going to do for the American people? The people that matter. The people that are suffering on a daily basis. What are we going to do for them? Because they matter, bro. All Trump did, yeah, he did a lot of good things. Decent amount of things to help the people. But he also pushed the agenda of, oh, these other guys are bad too. You know? These guys are horrible people. You know? He talks about the left like that. Then the other side talks about him like that. And that side. Right? But RFK is talking about the American people. It doesn't seem like he's dividing them into two sections. He's putting them together and saying, hey, we're Americans. We have all these problems together that we can fix together. That's the best message to push and to strive for, right? Instead of this divisiveness and anger.
With good leadership tomorrow. Our people and our system were built for resilience. And
Yes.
Here's the most important thing I want to tell you about the state of our union. Our nation seems more divided than ever, but Americans everywhere want to heal that divide.
Yes.
Our nation has become artificially divided by political forces that can survive only when we, the people, are at war with each other. People
Yes.
are tired of being manipulated by fear. We learned that lesson during COVID. We recognize that the same techniques of manipulating fear are being used by elites today to corral us into voting for one political candidate or the other. Americans are tired of these dire warnings that to preserve democracy itself, you better vote for our guy. I can tell you that in every state of this union, people are rejecting fear-mongering. 80% of Americans say they don't want to be forced to choose in this election between the lesser of two evils. They're tired of voting against something or someone. I see it in the crowds of mixed Republicans and Democrats and independents who attend my rallies that a growing number of Americans are rejecting divisiveness. They're ready to unite, to rebuild this country, and to fulfill the promise of the America of my youth. They're ready to vote for something and for someone they like, for someone who represents hope and healing, or someone with an inspiring vision for America's future, for a future that they can believe in. So that's the State of the Union that I want to bring you today. It's a nation that hungers to heal. It's a nation ready to face reality, to rebuild, to end the forever foreign wars,
Yes.
to clean out the corrupt Washington establishment, and to turn again toward peace, freedom, good health, and prosperity. When we unite in that vision, we're going to be unstoppable. Thank you, and God bless you.
God bless you, brother. Sorry, boys. I linked the video in the chat, but turns out we watched all of it. I was too hooked on it, bro. Bro, this guy, man, RFK, he can win this thing. He can. God bless that man, dude. I can't say enough good things about him, but bro, he's talking to us as Americans, not by race, not by political side, not by any other, party. He's being respectful. He's being kind. When has it been the last time that we had someone like that in office? It's been a long time, over 100 years. But so glad that we can vote for this guy. Can't do it alone, boys. If you like what he stands for, man, we gotta come together on election day. November, baby. November. Oh, my camera died. What the heck? Hold up, boys. It's been froze this whole time. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I didn't know that. Really dumb. Sorry. Sorry about that, boys. But election time, man. We gotta come together as Americans and get this guy in office, man. Get this guy in office. If you like him, right? But I think this was a great stream, boys. I'm glad you stopped by. Hope you enjoyed it, man. We did a lot of investigations, gun control, you know, his polling. Talked about Joe Rogan backing him, endorsing him. When more news comes out, most likely tomorrow or something, we'll cover it. Because, boys, if Joe Rogan backing RFK, look, I gotta zoom in for this, boys. It's some big ass news, I'm telling you. It's some big donkey news, man. Because if Joe Rogan's backing him, a lot of big people are backing Donald Trump. But now, since RFK is being backed by Joe Rogan, and there's a lot of people thought that, oh, Joe Rogan might like Donald Trump, you know? But he's backing RFK. Could get more views and eyes on RFK, and that'll be a wonderful thing, right? It'll be wonderful. Because he needs that. But most importantly, the debate stage. Have this guy on, bro. I think there's some signature somewhere that he has to get to be on the debate stage. But this guy should be able to get on it. On it, bro. He needs to be on it. These people should be able to see this guy and see his true views. And make the decision on their own. Instead of the news trying to force the decision upon us. I'm sick of that shit. Sorry for the cussing. But get this guy on there, bro. We need this guy to be on there. Get more eyes on him. Because more people will vote for the guy. They are pissing in their pants. They're crying. Sorry. But, sorry for the rant. Yeah, boys. We're gonna, in the next live stream, we're gonna cover more on Joe Rogan. And we're going to cover RFK on more of the ballots. See how many he's going to be on in the next couple of days or the next week, right? We're going to see where he goes with this, man, because I know he's going to go places. People are counting him out, but bro, he needs to get on the ballots. He needs to get on the debate stage. And this guy, he can kick some ass, man. Because he has the solutions to fix some problems. The deep problems that we suffer. Who cares if we solve some problems for the damn governments? We need to solve some problems for the American people. There's the difference between RFK and all the rest of these people. Who's solving our problems? Who's fixing things to make it easier on the American people instead of harder? You know what I mean? All these politicians are in it for their own good. They're not in. These leaders are supposed to be in it for us, right? And I believe RFK, he's suffering right now. And that's what's gonna make him a great president. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. I believe he's gonna have one heck of a journey, boys. He is. He's getting more momentum. After the Joe Rogan thing, the momentum's building. And this guy, man, he might be him. Or he might just be another guy, but I think he's the guy with the solutions who can help us. Not our savior, you know. None of these politicians are going to be our savior. I believe that's God, Christ, you know. But I believe he has the solutions. But we're gonna investigate more. Follow this journey, see where it goes. I don't want to yap on too much, boys, but best way to let me know. I hate to do this. Like the video. Leave a comment of how you feel about RFK, or how do you think this is gonna end. So let's do that one. Do you think he's gonna get on all the ballots and win this thing? You know, something like that. But let me know your opinions in the comments. If you want to watch the reactions of this, skip to like 40, maybe 50, close to an hour long, you know, or maybe a little bit after that. If you want to see the reactions, or if you want to watch the whole thing about gun control, check earlier in the stream, you know. And if you want to check out the ballots, go to like 30, maybe 40 minutes of the stream. 40 minutes, somewhere around there. I think it's less than that. Somewhere around that, in that area. But boys, hope you enjoyed it, man. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning. That is insane. Hope you guys be safe out there, man. If you want to watch the videos and look at the links there in the comments. Yeah, boys, be safe. God bless. And yeah, see you in the next